Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how the Sicilian defense was completely destroyed. In this game, I was up against international master Mamikon Gabarian, who then had a FIDE ELO of 24-64. I believe he is now a grandmaster. That game took place in 2021. So I opened with pawn to e4. My opponent plays pawn to c5, and what is the first thing that I do? The first thing I do is smile, because I know my weapon against the Sicilian defense is unmatched. I played knight to c3, black played knight to c6. Here I played bishop to b5, which is one of the main suggestions in my upcoming chessable course, the slow and steady 2 knight c3 Sicilian that will be released very soon. Here he played knight to d4. At the time, this was in 2021, a classical tournament in Serbia. I played knight to f3. However, after having some years of deeper explorations and analysis, I believe now the best move in this position is pawn to a4 that I have shown and explained in other YouTube videos, and I will explain and give that move in my chessable course. Here I played knight to f3, which was my original idea in this position. The idea is to prioritize development over anything else. I simply bring out a piece. Black played pawn to e6. And here I castled, he played pawn to a6, and I played bishop to d3. Now this looks like a strange move, as the bishop is in front of the pawn and blocking this bishop. However, my idea is simply to take his knight, bring my other knight here, and then play pawn to c3, undermining his center. Black played knight to c6, not allowing that. And here I played the move pawn to e5, which opens my bishop, takes some space, and is looking for a fight. Black here played pawn to d5. I took this pawn, and after bishop takes d6, simply rook to e1, bringing some pieces in the game. Black here played knight to f6, and here I played knight to e4, attacking his bishop and his knight. Black here retreated his bishop to e7, and here I was very happy to play the move knight captures f6, and after bishop takes, bishop to e4. So all of a sudden the bishop is prime at the center of the board. So this position is very interesting. It seems very pleasant for white. His bishop on e4 has a very nice outpost where it sits and looks at the black knight and the queen side. The rook on e1 is on the open file, and white has a simple plan to play c3, d3 and continue the game. My opponent did not want me to double his pawn, so bishop takes c6, so he played bishop to d7. And here I played pawn to c3, not showing my intentions yet. Maybe I want to play d4, maybe I want to play d3. However, the pawn on c3 works well against his bishop on f6, simply blocking and say no, you take it easy. Black played the move queen to a5. Now this was a very strange move to me. I have no idea why he played that. I will not even try to explain you. And I calmly responded pawn to d3. My idea was simple. I wanted to bring my bishop to e3 and somehow exploit this pawn on c5. He played h6. So my opponent is playing very strangely. Maybe he saw that I was lower rated and he's 24-64, this big strong player, and he's playing some moves. At the time I was rated 23-44. Here I played bishop to e3. Simple developing move, nothing hard. And after rook d8, another strange looking move avoiding castling, here I played the move knight to d2, and all of a sudden my knight wants to jump to c4 or to b3, and he's in some great trouble. All of a sudden his c5 pawn is coming under some pressure. He played bishop to e7. Here I played knight to b3, attacking his queen and the pawn. In order to maintain that, he plays queen to b6. Here I played pawn to a4, attacking his queen. Go back. Queen to b6. Pawn to a5. Go back. And now his queen is in a hot spot. If he goes forward, it might end up getting trapped with a move like c4, queen b4, and then a move like bishop d2. So black here unfortunately had to play queen c5, and he already lost a pawn. Simply knight captures c5. My bishop is defending the knight. Black here started to panic. He realized, what have I done? He lost a pawn. Everything is going smoothly for white. Bishop to c8 was played. I simply brought my queen out to a4 now. I'm up a pawn and I'm creating more threats. He played castles and I took another pawn. So after b takes c6, queen captures c6. Now I'm going into the end game. He takes back a pawn. However, after bishop b6, my bishop's cutting the board and I'm up a pawn. He played rook d2. I defended my pawn, and after f6 I'm up in material, so I offered the trade of rooks. Rooks were traded, and after e5, bishop d5 check, king h7, pawn to b4. And after f5, I continued with rook to b1, and I'm ready to just go with my pawn, just make a queen. e4 was played, let's go, c4, g5 he played, p5. After king g6, I played bishop c7, clearing the way for the pawn. A takes b5, he played c takes b5, bishop d8 was played. I simply took. Bishop c6 was played. And after rook d6, rook c1 was played, and simply he cannot stop ideas such as a6, a7 or b6, b7. And here black resigned. In this game, you saw how the Sicilian defense was completely destroyed. Now my course on Chessable is in the works. It is almost out. Once you get that course, when it is out, the Sicilian defense will no longer be a problem. You will always smile when you see it. If you like the video, if you like this game, comment, like the video, hit that notification bell and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.